High Cyclones from Hasty Awards at 1015 Enterprise Street in North Ottawa.
Set for basketball action. Ottawa dressed in the home whites with red trim, while Basehor-Linwood in green uniforms with gold and white trim. Ottawa moves right to left as we see it here in the first half of play. Alexis Rucker and Megan Bergstrom in the center circle. Half controlled by Ottawa in front court. Bounced ahead to Jordan Baldwin. Baldwin brings it out near midcourt. Takes it to the left side. Hands it off to Maggie Bones. Maggie, left wing it goes to Baldwin. Bounces to Bones. Bones will drive inside. Be cut off. Fell tip taken by Deal. Bounces it back out to Baldwin. Jordan calling play number 3. It's a pick from Bones. Now drives the baseline, drives the bucket, and scores. With the ball, it's Sanders. Now over to Poe. Poe back to Sanders on the right wing. Gets a pick from Bergstrom. Looking for the give and go. The ball's knocked away by Bones, but taken by Bergstrom. Bergstrom skip pass over to Equals. Equals to the baseline. Backs it out to Poe. Out top to Bergstrom. She can hit the three-pointer. You can't give her too much room. Left side it goes to Amanda O'Brien, who's in the starting lineup. Now to Poe on the right wing. Poe to the end of the lane. Pops the jumper too hard and rebounded by Riley Beal. Cyclones up 2-0. Main scoreboard is now functioning right now as far as scores and everything else, except for the time. Here's Rucker down low to Armstrong. Shot up and in. Alexis Rucker with a nice assist. First 2 for Hope Armstrong. 4-0 Lady Cyclones. Now they got the scoreboard fixed. With the basketball, it's O'Brien to Bergstrom on the high post. Bergstrom holding it high overhead. Over it goes to Sanders. Sanders to Equals. Equals top of the key. Gives it off left side to Poe, who'll drive along the baseline. Runner is no good. And Deal rebounds for Ottawa. Baldwin pushing it up the right sideline. Now we'll wait. Give it off to Bones. Bones to Deal. Deal a couple bounces. Left wing to Bones. Skip pass over to Baldwin. Baldwin skips it back out to Deal. They swing it around the perimeter to Bones. Now a pass inside is knocked away and a steal by Basehor-Linwood. And a bad pass thrown by Courtney Poe sails out of bounds, and that'll be a turnover on the Bobcats. Into the Basehor-Linwood lineup will be Kara McCarty. Baldwin looks over the Bobcat defense, gives it off to Deal, the top of the circle to Bones. Bones back to Deal, looking. Left wing it goes to Bones. She'll put up a 3. Missed it short. Armstrong tried to save it, and Bones will come up with it for Ottawa. Bones is triple teamed and has it stripped and stolen. Here's Poe driving to the three-point arc, shooting just inside the arc and scoring the bucket. Bones along the baseline. Rucker, she shoots over Bergstrom and scores. First 2 for Rucker. Ottawa leads 6-2. Here's a pass into the lane to McCarty. Now to Bergstrom over to Poe. Poe top of the circle. Left side it goes to McCarty. McCarty to Bergstrom out top. Bergstrom holding it high overhead. Gives it off now to Sanders. Drives along the baseline. Throws up the wild one-hander. No good. And rebounded by Alexis Rucker. Deal out top to Bones. Oh, they had Rucker open. Didn't see her. Deal looking. We'll give it up to Baldwin. Jordan spins. She'll be double teamed. Kicks it back over to Deal on the left side. Here's a pass down low to Bones. Bones' shot is missing. Might have been expected by Bergstrom. Shot on the follow by Rucker is no good. A foul's going to be called against Ottawa. Maggie Bones picks up the personal foul, her first. Into the Bobcat lineup will be Jamie Johnson. 4:06 to play, first period. Ottawa leads 6-2. Poe. Right side it goes to Sanders. Back to Poe. Sanders on the right wing. 3-point try, misses everything. And Jocelyn Deal, who came in at the last whistle, has the rebound for Ottawa. But Jocelyn Dean. She has the basketball now for the Cyclones. Elsie Bones also into the Ottawa lineup. There's a bad pass by Dean, knocked away, but controlled by Maggie Bones. Maggie will dribble it in, give it off to Elsie. Elsie over to Dean. Dean to the bucket, shoots, and rims it in. Nice move to the basket by Jocelyn Dean for her first two. And Ottawa's lead is 8-2. Poe with it, right side to Sanders. Right corner to McCarty. McCarty backs it out to Poe. Poe looking, jumps into the lane to Bergstrom, now to McCarty. Bounce pass is stolen by Dean. Second Bobcat turnover. And it comes to Dean. Jocelyn over to Bones. Maggie Bones, and she walked with it. She had no place to go with the pass. Took an extra step. Third Ottawa turnover. O'Brien back in for the Lady Bobcats. Lady Cyclones on top, 8-2, 2:55 to play in quarter number one. O'Brien into front court. Just dribbling between the circles. Now tries to penetrate, bounces in the corner, and a 3-point try is short and rebounded by Ottawa. That was Johnson on the 3-pointer. Cyclones in front court, swing it over to Dean. Dean looks, now puts the ball on the floor, reverses her dribble, needs help. Still needing help, bounce it out to Baldwin. Jordan with 2:19 to play in the period, gives it to Bones between the circles, that's Maggie. Now to Dean, back to Maggie Bones. Along the baseline it goes to Rucker. Rucker looks, gives it to Bones. Bones into the lane, shoots over Bergstrom and scores. First two for Maggie Bones. Cyclones up 10-2. 2 minutes to play in the period. And now a traveling violation on Jamie Johnson. Cyclones will send in Paige Widener and Hope Armstrong. And timeout is called for by Basehor-Linwood. 30-second timeout with a minute 57 to play in the first period. Ottawa 10, Basehor-Linwood 2, back in 30. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball on KOFO.
For family dentistry, call on Dr. Richard Hale at 242-1800. Located on West 15th Street, new patients are always welcome. For preventive care, tooth extractions, including wisdom teeth, reconstructive and cosmetic dentistry. They work with all insurance companies, including Delta Dental, Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Concordia, and MetLife, to name a few. For dentistry for the entire family, call on Dr. Richard Hale at 242-1800.
Good start for Ottawa High. They lead at 10-2 with just under 2 minutes to play in the first period. Ottawa has out there Maggie Bones, Dean, Widener, Baldwin, and Armstrong. McCarty, Johnson, Poe, O'Brien, and Bergstrom for Basehor-Linwood. Here's Dean with the basketball. Jocelyn needs to go someplace and throws it away out of bounds. Ball rolls a long way away from the Bicentennial center floor. They had to retrieve it. Courtney Poe will run the post now. Right side, the pass goes to Johnson, back to Poe. They look down low for Bergstrom. Instead, left wing to O'Brien. Left corner, McCarty. McCarty back to Poe. Bring it over to Johnson on the right side. Poe to the top of the key, back to Johnson. And a pass will be knocked away and stolen by the Cyclones. Jordan Baldwin on the dribble along the far sideline. Gives it up to Dean. Now out top to Widener. Page, one bounce, back to Dean. Slings it over to Baldwin. Baldwin into the lane. Gives it back to Dean for a 3-point try. That's too hard. And a foul on the rebound. Maggie Bones over the back. So Maggie will pick up her second personal foul. Equals comes back in for Basehor-Linwood, and Kylie Fisher will replace Maggie Bones for Ottawa. last 9 minutes to play in the first quarter. 10-2 Cyclones. O'Brien on the dribble. Over to Johnson near the Ottawa bench. Johnson picks up her dribble. O'Brien now in the corner to McCarty. McCarty, skip pass out to Equals. To Johnson outside the arc. Back to Equals. Now to O'Brien. Takes the shot. Looks, goes cross court to Johnson for a shot that's too hard. And to be run down by Jocelyn Dean and a foul. No, they're called traveling violation on Dean. 28 seconds to play in the quarter. And it comes to Bergstrom. Now to Equals to Johnson for three, missing everything. Rebound to O'Brien along the baseline, backs it out. Goes to Equals, now to Johnson. Back over to O'Brien. O'Brien being chased by Dean and the foul on Jocelyn. Substitution for the Lady Bobcats will be Mason Sanders and Courtney Poe. Third team foul on Ottawa High. 13.5 seconds to play in the quarter. Poe skips it over to Johnson. Back to Poe with 7. To Johnson. Johnson looking. Poe with 4, 3. To Equals. Into Bergstrom to Poe. Poe won't get a shot off before the buzzer. That's the end of the first quarter. It's Ottawa 10, Basehor-Linwood 2. We're back in 90 seconds. This is Cyclone Basketball on KOFO.
Hi, this is Wayne Duderstadt, President of People's Bank in Ottawa. As the year 2011 unfolds, I believe the future is bright. I also believe the real strength of People's Bank are our bankers. They're local people you know and trust. They care about you, our valued guests, like family. If you bank with us now, thanks. If you don't, that's okay, but I invite you to come see us sometime in 2011. Banking usual is really about being your best. Have a prosperous 2011. From all of us at People's Bank, 5th and 15th in Maine, member FDIC.
It's March Mania at Front Row Sports in Garnett and Ottawa. Get ready for the big games with the Front Row Sports March Mania sale. Save 25% on NCAA team items. Get 50% off all sweatshirts, excluding tournament shirts. And take the ESPN Tournament Challenge by filling out the bracket, and you just might win a $50 gift card. See more information at frontrowsportsks.com. Plus, now in are the spring softball, baseball, and track shoes. Front Row Sports in Ottawa and Garnett, open Monday through Saturday.
Hey, Lauren, I need some new glasses. Where do I go?
I go to Frank Eye Center. It's the best place in the land of Oz.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
To Frank Eye Center, your regional referral center for medical, surgical, and routine eye care. Based right here in Ottawa at 14th and Main, across from Ransom Memorial Hospital.
Give us a call at 242-4242.
In the second period, Poe shooting for three, taking a 2 just inside the circle, and picks up her 4th point of the ball game. Ottawa's in a man-to-man defense that last time down. Maggie Bones back in the lineup, playing with 2 personal fouls. To Riley Deal. Takes it over to Baldwin. Jordan dumps along the blocks to Armstrong. Shot misses. Rebound Poe for Basehor-Linwood. As the pass comes to Equals. Now pass is tipped, but taken inside by Johnson for the lane. Ottawa got his hands on the basketball, but it wasn't enough. Johnson made the catch and scored to make it 10-6. Baldwin looks over the situation, goes to Hope Armstrong, 25 feet away. Backdoor cut by Baldwin. She's double-teamed, gives it out to Rucker. Rucker looks, has Armstrong down low. She sealed off well and hits the shot. Another nice assist from Alexis Rucker, who has 3 in the ball game. Here's Courtney Poe with the basketball. 12-6 Cyclones. Swings it over to Johnson. Back to Poe. Poe dumps into Bergstrom. Bergstrom along the baseline is fouled on the shot. First time Bergstrom's really touched the ball down in the low post. The foul's on Alexis Rucker. A couple of free throws for Megan Bergstrom. She had 14 points and 8 rebounds in the game against Cheney yesterday. It's her first point of the afternoon here to make it 12-7. Bergstrom hits the second free throw, rolls around and falls through. 12-8, Ottawa by 4, 6:25 to go in the first half. Bounced over to Deal. Riley, high post to Rucker. Rucker gives it off to Bones. Bones bounces it out to Baldwin for a three-point try. It's off the mark, tips around, and out of bounds. Last touch by Basehor-Linwood. And it comes to Rucker. Rucker swings it outside to Deal. Now over to Baldwin. She has an open look at a three this time, and she hits it, and a foul. The three-point basket was good by Jordan Baldwin. Foul will be called on Courtney Poe. And Jordan Baldwin with a chance for a 4-point play. Free throw by Jordan, up and rimming in. 16-8. There's Johnson over to Poe. Poe has her pass tipped, stolen away by Baldwin. Foul on Courtney Poe. Poe picks up her second personal foul after the fifth Bobcat turnover of the afternoon. Time called by Cliff McCullough. 5:45 to play in the first half. Ottawa 16, Basehor-Linwood 8. We're back in 30 seconds. This is Ottawa High basketball on KOFO.
Do you know what ECAN can do for you? They offer programs such as commodities, the Dollar Aid program, Head Start, SRS Service Center, income tax assistance, and the Breakfast and Supper Buddy program. Find out about the ECAN weatherization program and Housing Choice Voucher program. To find out more about ECAN, call 785-528-5184 or visit them online at ecan.org.
5:45 to play in the half. Ottawa leads 16-8. Ottawa will have the ball in backcourt. And it comes to Riley Deal. Riley brings it across the timeline. Hands it off to Maggie Bones, who'll drive to the baseline. Have her shot blocked by Bergstrom, but they'll whistle Bergstrom for a foul. Maggie Bones on the season shoots free throws at a 66% clip. 2 shots here on the third team foul on Basehor-Linwood. Free throw attempt is up and good. Now O'Brien and McCarty in for the Lady Bobcats. Second free throw by Bones is missing. Rebound foul on Alexis Rucker. That's number 2 on her. That is not a good foul. She had no chance for the rebound and pushed off. So now Rucker and Maggie Bones each with 2. Ottawa with 5 team fouls. Poe with the basketball. Right side to O'Brien. Brings it outside to McCarty. Around it goes to Sanders, who drives, hits the shot, and the foul call. That's on Bones, her third personal. The foul is on number 33. Maggie Bones, her third personal. Team foul number 6. Sanders' free throw attempt misses. And Jordan Baldwin goes high for the rebound. So Bones is going to go to the bench at the next whistle. Allie Fisher off the Cyclone bench. High post to Rucker. Rucker looking. Puts it on the floor now. She'll be fouled by Poe, and that's number 3 on her. So a couple of starters with 3 personals here. Still 5:06 to play before the end of the first half. Fisher in replacing Bones. Poe comes out. Jamie Johnson in. And it comes to Baldwin. Over goes to Deal. High post to Rucker. Rucker looks, to Fisher. Back out it goes to Deal. Back to Fisher, right wing. Down along the blocks to Baldwin is triple teamed. Fisher to Deal, now to Rucker, top of the circle. Rucker is to be called for a travel. Ottawa, 43 to play before halftime. Sanders on the left side. It goes to O'Brien. Out top to Bergstrom. Now to Johnson, looking for cutters inside. Nothing there. Gives it up to Bergstrom, top of the circle. Now to O'Brien. Swinging around now to McCarty on the left side. Back to Bergstrom. Slicing through with Sanders. They didn't see her. Johnson, cross court, it goes to Sanders, and a foul on Kylie Fisher. And that'll be the 7th Ottawa team foul. And it will send Mason Sanders to the free throw line. Sanders 0 of 1 from the line. Points here this afternoon. Free throw attempt is good. That makes it 17 to 11. Elsie Bones checks into the Ottawa lineup along with Jocelyn Dean. Sanders hits the second. 17-13. 17-12. And it comes to Dean. Dean passes off the hands of Bergstrom out of bounds. Dean trying to force that ball into Elsie Bones. Elsie will inbound, and it comes to Baldwin. Jordan on the dribble. Rucker in the lane. Shoots. It's too hard. Rebound to Bergstrom. Up court comes Sanders. Rucker needs to be careful. She's got 2 fouls. Is trying to stay with Sanders. O'Brien to Bergstrom. 3-point try. Good by Megan Bergstrom. And timeout call for by Cliff McCullough. Comes with 3:39 to play in the half. It's now Ottawa 17, Basehor-Linwood 15. And we're back in 1 minute. This is Cyclone Basketball on KOMO.
Thinking about buying a home, purchasing a vehicle, or making improvements? The First National Bank of Lewisburg, Ottawa, and Stillwell offers 90 years of strength, security, and trust. Offering a full line of loans for home purchases to home improvement, ag loans and commercial loans, and even automobile loans. Local lenders in Ottawa, Roger Maxwell and Debbie Miller, offer 33 years of lending experience, and they're ready to serve you at First and Main. The First National Bank Loan Production Office. Call them today at 242-1952. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
From a minor fender bender to a major repair, Dale's Body Shop owner Rod Ball warrants his repair service for a year. Always using only quality parts and DuPont paint for the very best job for you. Matching a color, not a problem. At Dale's, they mix the color in-house for the perfect match. Dale's Body Shop is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturdays by appointment. For your next repair, call the all-around nice guys with the only bake booth in Ottawa at Dale's Body Shop at 242-6225.
Basehor-Linwood has had a 9-point Ottawa lead down to 2 here with still 3:39 to play before halftime. Ball comes into Jordan Baldwin. Bobcats picking up the pressure a little bit. Here's Dean with it. Dean gets it out to Fisher. Fisher back to Dean. Dean thought about the three, didn't take it. Back over to Fisher, top of the circle. Free throw line to Rucker. Down low to Elsie Bones. Shot misses. Bergstrom was over the back on the rebound, but there was no whistle. And the rebound comes out to Basehor-Linwood. O'Brien with it. O'Brien right side to Johnson. Back to O'Brien. Into Bergstrom. She's double teamed. Now has an open lane to the basket. Scores. She's fouled. And that'll be the third foul on Alexis Rucker. Kate Widener comes in for Ottawa, and Shelby Eagles come in for Basehor-Linwood. And Bergstrom can give Bobcats the lead with a free throw, and she does. Jordan Baldwin on the dribble, over to Dean. Free throw line to Widener, back to Fisher. Back over to Widener, shot from 10, too hard. Rebound comes out to Basehor-Linwood. Here's Jamie Johnson driving, knocked away by Baldwin, and it goes out of bounds. Equals along the offensive baseline to the right of the Bobcat basket. Comes out high to Johnson, now to O'Brien. O'Brien into the lane to Bergstrom. Bergstrom, triple team, back out to Johnson. Over in the corner goes to Equals. Back inside to Bergstrom, to Equals. Cross-court pass to O'Brien, now to McCarty. Out past the tip, but taken inside by Bergstrom. Backs it out. O'Brien left wing to Bergstrom for three. Got it. All of a sudden, Megan Bergstrom has spearheaded the Lady Bobcats into a 4-point lead. Jordan Baldwin with the basketball. She'll take it to the baseline, spin, and be fouled. Foul is on Amanda O'Brien, her first personal, fifth team foul on the Bobcats. Steele and Armstrong in for Ottawa High. Cyclones ball underneath their basket. Steele will get it in out high to Dean. Back to Riley in the corner. Dean, a nice ball move, shoots for three, and off the glass and good. Jocelyn Dean with her fifth point, and Ottawa back within one. Here's Johnson shooting from 15 feet away and scoring. 23-20, minute 30 to play in the first half. Dean with it, get past the deal. Free throw line to Widener, knocked away, and stolen. And now Dean goes for a steal. Equals comes up with it for Basehor-Linwood, out top to Bergstrom. Along the baseline, shooting and missing is Johnson, and then as she tried to make the rebound, she steps on the inline, so the ball goes back over to Ottawa. A little over a minute to play in the half. Bill looking. Gets it out to Dean. Bounce pass back over to Deal. Deal along the baseline. Will wrap around pass is stolen. Eighth Ottawa turnover. Head comes Equals to Johnson. Back Equals. Johnson on the right side near Cliff McCullough. Jumps inside and pass is stolen. Here's Baldwin. 2 against 3. Jordan into the lane. Pops the jumper and scores. Jordan Baldwin with the steal and the bucket to the other end makes it 23-22. 30 seconds to play before half. Johnson coassists of winning one shot here. O'Brien out to Johnson, out to Equals. 16 on the clock. In the corner, McCarty. Gets it back out between the circles, O'Brien. Clock down to 9, 8, 7, 6. O'Brien gives it off now to Equals. Gets past to Johnson. 2 seconds, one, a long three-pointer, well off the mark, and that's the half. At halftime, the score is Basehor-Linwood 23 and Ottawa 22. We're back in 2 minutes with the Cyclone basketball on KOFO.
Don't tell me you still haven't checked out Ottawa Country Mart's website yet. You'll find great savings with the web-only savings and coupons, the Country Mart weekly ads, and great recipes. Check out the bakery and deli link and find all your options when planning your next party or big event. It's so easy. Just go to mycountrymart.com and click on what you see. Just one more reason to shop Country Mart in Ottawa, where you'll find better quality, bigger values every day. The City of Ottawa is competing in the Take Charge Challenge against Baldwin City, Gardner, and Paola. This is a state energy efficiency program designed to educate residents on ways to improve energy efficiency in our homes and workplaces. If Ottawa wins, they will receive a $100,000.
Baldwin, Maggie Bones, Alexis Rucker, and Hope Armstrong. And it'll be also starting 5 for Basehor-Linwood. That's Shelby Equals, Mason Sanders, Courtney Poe, Amanda O'Brien, and Megan Bergstrom. Ottawa's moving left to right this half as we see it. Cyclones trail by a point as we're underway in the third period. Ball bounced over to Riley Deal. Goes right side to Maggie Bones to the baseline, shooting and missing, and out of bounds off Ottawa. Ottawa finished third back in 2002. They were the runner-up in 1994. Basehor-Linwood one trip to the Final Four, finished fourth back in 1984, back before the schools consolidated. There's a three-point try by Equals from the left wing. It's missing, and it's off the foot of Megan Bergstrom and goes out of bounds. Jordan Baldwin into front court for the Cyclones to Maggie Bones on the right wing. Free throw line to Rucker. Turnaround jumper by Alexis misses. And rebounded by Poe for the Bobcats. Left side to O'Brien. Now to Poe. Goes right side to Sanders, who leans and misses the shot. This shot rebounded by Jordan Baldwin. She'll go the length of the court. Lean in. Shoot off the glass and score. 10 points for Jordan Baldwin. Ottawa back on top, 24-23. O'Brien the far sideline to Poe. Poe back to O'Brien. Poe top of the circle. Three-point try too hard. And rebound controlled by Ottawa. With the ball, Deal. Right side it goes to Bones. Now back out top of Deal. Free throw line to Rucker. Now Bones from 15, short. Fight for the rebound. And we're going to have finally controlled by Basehor-Linwood. And the pass comes to Sanders. She walked with it. Eighth turnover of the afternoon on the Lady Bobcats. 6:17 to play third period. Ottawa up a point with the basketball. Over goes to Bones. Bones free throw line to Rucker. Turnaround Alexis is good. And Alexis Rucker has 4 points. Equals with it. Over to O'Brien. O'Brien to Bergstrom for a three-point try. That misses. And Riley Deal has the rebound. And Basehor-Linwood right now settling for too many threes. They did their best work in the second period when they got the ball inside to Bergstrom. Here's Bones dumping to the free throw line to Rucker. Now a pass is stolen away nicely by Courtney Poe. Poe over to Sanders. Sanders to the baseline. Needs help. Ball's kicked by Baldwin. And it will stay in the possession of Basehor-Linwood. Dean in replacing Deal, who has that left knee heavily taped. Poe gets it out high to O'Brien. Now swings it over to Equals. In the lane to Bergstrom. Kicks it out for a three-point try by Johnson and misses. And it's out of bounds. It belongs to Basehor-Linwood. They'll say Rucker touched it last. Poe has the ball knocked away, and a foul will be called on Jordan Baldwin. First foul on Jordan. And the first team foul of the second half on either team. Courtney Poe with the basketball. Ottawa in a 2-3 zone. O'Brien back to Poe. Swings it around right side to Sanders. Now Poe out top. Sanders gets it into a Bergstrom. Back to Johnson. Sanders rather for a three-pointer from the right wing. Nathan Sanders now with 7. And we're all knotted up at 26. Bones, looks, bounces along the block to Armstrong. She's double-teamed and lost it out of bounds. And timeout is called for by Ottawa. 4:57 to play in the third period. Tied up at 26. We're back in 30 seconds. This is Cyclone basketball on KOFO.
Does your snoring keep your spouse up at night? Do you feel tired or groggy upon wakening, or do you awaken with a headache? Do you fall asleep sitting, reading, watching TV, or even driving? You could be suffering from sleep apnea. To find out more about sleep apnea, join Ransom Memorial Hospital on Wednesday, March 30th at 6:30 and enjoy dinner while Dr. Cito and Dr. Joel Waxman present more information on snoring and sleep apnea. To reserve your spot, call 785-229-8458.
26-26 with a little under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Bobcats will have the basketball. They send in Johnson and McCarty. Poe into front court. Goes right side for Johnson. Now to Poe out top for a three. It's good. Courtney Poe with a three-pointer. Puts Basehor-Linwood on top, 29-26. Dean on the left wing. She shoots for three. Misses short. Rebound to Johnson. Pass comes ahead to Johnson, now to Poe. Another three-point try is good. Three consecutive three-pointers by the Bobcats, and they lead at 32-26. Maggie Bones, one dribble, gives it up to Jordan Baldwin. Back to Bones, swings it to Dean, left wing. Out top Bones. Bones stops, shoots, and scores. 5 in the game for Maggie Bones. 32-28, inside 4 minutes to play, third period. Ottawa's back to a man-to-man defense this time. Bergstrom out top. Left side it goes to Sanders. She stops, gives it up to Poe. Poe, one step inside the circle to Sanders, driving, tried to shoot inside, missed it. Follow try by Bergstrom. It's a traveling violation on Bergstrom. The shot went in, and everybody thought it was going to be a foul, but instead it was a traveling violation on Megan Bergstrom, the 9th turnover on the Bobcats. Bounce right side to Bones, over to Dean. Dean, now her pass inside is stolen. Pass ahead to Sanders. Sanders leans. It'll be fouled on the shot. Cyclone foul on Jocelyn Dean. Her second personal. Second team foul. Sanders at the line, shooting 2. 2 of 3 from the stripe here this afternoon. It's the first. Kylie Fisher replaces Dean for the Cyclones. Second one for Sanders, rattles out. Jordan Baldwin has the rebound. Up court comes Baldwin. Ottawa down 5 with 3:14 to play in the period. Hands off to Maggie Bones. Bones gives it off to Baldwin. Baldwin's three-pointer is a little too hard, and Bergstrom rebounds. Here's Poe ahead to Johnson. Johnson is fouled by Baldwin as she goes up toward the basket. It'll be the second foul on Jordan Baldwin, and it'll send Jamie Johnson to the line for 2. Johnson's first is off the heel, no good. Amanda O'Brien in, replacing Sanders for Basehor-Linwood. Second free throw coming up. And this one's good by Johnson. She has 5 points off the Bobcat bench. 6-point advantage, matches the biggest lead for Basehor-Linwood. Here's Jordan Baldwin taking to the right side, giving it off to Maggie Bones. Shot missing, rebound, fought for, finally controlled by the Bobcats. Ottawa tipped it around amongst themselves, and finally Basehor-Linwood came up with it. Here's Poe with the basketball. Poe bounced it over to Johnson. Johnson back to Poe. Poe in the blocks to Bergstrom, knocked away, and now it's out of bounds. The referee's conferring. Bergstrom was the last player to touch the ball. It really looked as though from here that Hope Armstrong may have fouled Bergstrom, but there was no whistle that way, and Bergstrom was the last player to touch the ball, so Ottawa gets it back. Baldwin over to Bones. Elsie Bones in the Ottawa lineup now. Bounce to Fisher. Kylie looking. Gets it off to Baldwin on the right side. Skip pass to Maggie Bones. To Rucker. Baseline shot too hard. And Bergstrom rebound. Here comes O'Brien on the dribble. O'Brien. Maggie Bones on her. Gives up to Equals. Now to Bergstrom. Bergstrom driving all the way to the bucket. Missed the shot too hard. And rebounded by Baldwin. Pass along the baseline over the head of Rucker and out of bounds. Turnover number 12 on the Cyclones. Poe back in for the Bobcats with a minute 28 to play in the period. O'Brien over to Poe. Poe bounces to McCarty. McCarty cross-court to Eagles. Back to Johnson. Johnson finds Poe driving the lane, missed the shot. Nobody went after the rebound, and it's off Ottawa out of bounds. Courtney Poe looking to get it in. Does out high to Eagles. Now back to Poe. Poe stops, shoots from throw at 13, no good. And it's out of bounds off Ottawa. Poe gets it in to McCarty. It's outside Eagles. Now to O'Brien. Holding it high overhead. Back it goes to McCarty. Here are the sidelines, Eagles. Eagles gives it up to Poe with 41 on the clock. Now Eagles. Cross court to O'Brien. O'Brien to McCarty. Gives it across to Johnson. Looks like Basehor-Linwood's going to work for one shot here. Poe with it, Eagles. Now O'Brien. O'Brien back to McCarty. With 18 on the clock, it goes to Johnson. Johnson, whistle, timeout call for. 30-second timeout call for by Basehor-Linwood. With 14 seconds to go in the period, Basehor-Linwood leads 34-28 over Ottawa. We're back in 30 seconds. It's the Cyclone basketball on KOFO.
If you like banking online, you'll appreciate free online and mobile banking at GreatSouthernBank.com. If you like banking face-to-face, you'll appreciate our extended lobby and drive-through hours. And if you like cash on the go, we've got you covered with a free 24-hour ATM in South Ottawa. Hi, I'm Beth with Great Southern. And if convenience is important to you, we've got the best checking in town.
Great Southern Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Get more for your money.
Noah Simpson calling timeout when he set up a play here. We got Megan Bergstrom back into the lineup. Might have been a good opportunity for Cliff McCullough to get Maggie Bones and Alexis Rucker out, playing with 3 personal fouls. And it comes to O'Brien out near midcourt. 11 on the clock. O'Brien dribbles to the right wing. Now with 6. Over goes to Equals. Equals to Poe with 3, 2, 1. Poe, the runner at the buzzer, no good, and that's the end of the third quarter. It's Basehor-Linwood 34, Ottawa 28. We're back in a minute. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball on KOFO.
Front Row Sports is having a preseason sale. Through March 12th, you can save 15% on sports equipment and gear for softball, for track, baseball, and soccer. Save on ball gloves, cleats, socks, and even bags. It's spring sports season, and Front Row Sports is helping you get ready for the season. Plus, join their customer list, and you just might win $25. Front Row Sports in Garnett and downtown Ottawa, or visit their website at frontrowsportsks.com. Front Row Sports, the place for sports players and fans.
If you like banking online, you'll appreciate free online and mobile banking at GreatSouthernBank.com. If you like banking face-to-face, you'll appreciate our extended lobby and drive-through hours. And if you like cash on the go, we've got you covered with a free 24-hour ATM in South Ottawa. Hi, I'm Beth with Great Southern. And if convenience is important to you, we've got the best checking in town.
Great Southern Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Get more for your money.
Well, three-point barrage midway through that third quarter for Basehor-Linwood has opened up a 6-point advantage for the Bobcats heading in to the fourth period. Basehor-Linwood gets the basketball first here in the fourth quarter. Megan Bergstrom leads all scorers with 11 points. Courtney Poe has 10. Jordan Baldwin has 10 for Ottawa. Comes in to Amanda O'Brien. Bounces right side for Shelby Heaples. Out top, Courtney Poe. She'll drive to the block, shoots and misses. Paige Widener rebounds, had it stripped away from her. And Basehor-Linwood has it back. Equals out to Poe. Back to Equals. To Bergstrom. Bergstrom will drive, shoot on the run, and score. First point of the second half for Megan Bergstrom. She now has 13 and the biggest lead of the game for the Bobcats. Riley Deal to Jocelyn Dean. Free throw line to Paige Widener, back to Deal. Deal looking to avoid a tie-up, gives it off to Maggie Bones. Maggie shoots and misses short, and Bergstrom rebounds. Here's Poe ahead to Equals. Equals cross-court to Johnson for an open 15-footer, missing well short. Rebound pulled away by Bergstrom. Ottawa just not strong enough against this Basehor-Linwood ball club. O'Brien moving people around, gives it up to Courtney Poe. Poe to Bergstrom. Bergstrom over to Equals. Cross-court to Johnson. Johnson back to Bergstrom, left wing. Bergstrom, double team, needs help, finds Poe inside. She got away with a walk, and out it goes to Bergstrom. Tips it out now to Equals. Back to Poe, three-point try from the left side, good. Basehor-Linwood able to move the ball around well. They've opened up an 11-point advantage. Here's Jocelyn Dean for three, missing everything. That's not a good shot right there. And the pass comes to Jamie Johnson. Now to O'Brien. Jumps into Bergstrom. She'll move on Armstrong. Shoots and misses. Got her own rebound. And then we have a whistle to foul on Ottawa. Foul on Paige Widener, her first. Fourth team foul. Bergstrom shooting two. First one is good. Sanders and McCarty in for Basehor-Linwood. Ottawa sends in Baldwin and Rucker. Cyclones all of a sudden are down by a dozen. Second free throw is good by Bergstrom. Ottawa needs to get something going offensively here right now. Now it goes to Deal, whistle, foul. Holding foul appears on Bergstrom. Second foul on Bergstrom. First team foul in the second half on Basehor-Linwood. Fisher in, replacing Deal. Dean will inbound. Gets it into Rucker. Rucker in trouble. Whistle, tie up, possession to Ottawa. Cliff McCullough wanted a foul right there. Ken Ruther is satisfied with the officiating in the last two ball games. Dean gets it into Baldwin, who lost it. It's on the floor, and it'll be taken by Basehor-Linwood. Now rolling toward out of bounds, but saved by McCarty. 13 Cyclone turnovers here. There goes to Bergstrom. She lost it off her hands. The save near the sidelines by Sanders, and timeout called for by Noah Simpson. 5:25 to play in the basketball game. It's Basehor-Linwood 41, Ottawa 28, and we're back in a minute. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball on KOFO.
We are your sports source for East Central Kansas. We're keeping you informed comes first. KOFO Ottawa, KMXN HD2 Osage City.
Porter Spears and Bundy Insurance is a proud supporter of the Ottawa High School basketball teams in the playoff today. Porter Spears and Bundy has been winning client trust by offering quality insurance and personalized service of competitive rates for over 100 years. Be a part of this winning tradition and let them coach you on the best insurance protection for your home, farm, and auto. Porter Spears and Bundy proudly represents Buckeye Insurance Group.
If you like banking online, you'll appreciate free online and mobile banking at greatsouthernbank.com. If you like banking face-to-face, you'll appreciate our extended lobby and drive-through hours. And if you like cash on the go, we've got you covered with a free 24-hour ATM in South Ottawa. Hi, I'm Beth with Great Southern. And if convenience is important to you, we've got the best checking in town.
Great Southern Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Get more for your money.
41-28, Basehor-Linwood, 5:25 to go in this one. Bobcats will inbound in front of the scorer's table, and it comes into Jamie Johnson. Johnson picks up her dribble, gives it to McCarty. Now back to Johnson. To Bergstrom on the right wing outside the arc. She'll drive. She'll shoot in the lane and miss. And Paige Widener rebounds for Ottawa. There's Jordan Baldwin on the dribble. To the right baseline. Underneath the basket. Kicks it outside to Fisher. Gets it around to Dean for an open 15-footer that misses. Rebound. Fisher has it knocked away. And a foul will be called on the Bobcats. It'll be on Jamie Johnson. First foul on Johnson, second team foul. Equals and Poe back in for Basehor-Linwood. Dean to get it in, bounces into Baldwin in the corner. She's double teamed, goes to Widener, out to Fisher. Kylie gives it up to Baldwin. Jordan takes it in, looks to avoid the double team. Now she'll shoot for three and miss. Rebound tipped around, and it's out of bounds to the Cyclones. Dean looks, gets it in out high to Baldwin. Gets it to right side to Fisher. Skip pass to Dean, almost over her head, but Jocelyn went high to get it. Now Fisher into the lane to Widener for a shot that misses short. Paige will run down her own rebound as it came out high. Hands it off to Baldwin. Baldwin to the baseline. Jump shot misses short. And rebound is out of bounds off Ottawa. Maggie Bones will check into the Cyclone lineup. You can see now some indication of the late game last night for Ottawa High. Just not enough legs on those jumpers. Sanders dribbles around Dean. Passes tipped. Taken by McCarty and along the sideline. Back to Sanders. Whistle, reach in, foul on Ottawa. Foul on Jordan Baldwin is her third. And O'Brien checks in for the Bobcats, as does Jamie Johnson. Four minutes to go. Poe with the basketball. Over to O'Brien. Back to Poe. Right side Bergstrom. Three-point try. Rattles out. Rebound Widener. I don't need the bucket. They have not scored in a long time. Baldwin to the free throw line. Gives it off to Dean. 16-footer by Jocelyn misses. Whistle high up. Possession will go to Basehor-Linwood. Equals in for the Bobcats. Replacing O'Brien. Full-court pressure now by Ottawa. Poe gets it ahead to Equals. Equals cross-court to Johnson. Shot misses. She was too far underneath the basket for that one. Rebounded by Ottawa. Here's Baldwin driving the length of the court, leaning, shooting, and missing. Followed by Widener, no good, but a foul. Fouls on Megan Bergstrom. Number 3 on her. Paige Widener at the line to shoot 2. First one up and rimming in. First point of the night for Paige Widener. Second free throw is good. And Ottawa pulls back within 11. Here's Equals. Pass tip taken by Mason Sanders. Gives it up now to Poe. 2:58 to go. Ottawa's got a press. They've got to be all over the ball here. With it, Bergstrom. Now goes to Jamie Johnson. Back to Sanders. Sanders up to Poe. Poe to Equals. Equals. Off to Bergstrom. Bergstrom, pass tipped by Dean, and it'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Bobcat. Good hustle by Jocelyn Dean right there to force the turnover. Baldwin with it for the Cyclones. 2:27 to go. Baldwin hands it off to Bones. Aggie takes it, goes right side to Baldwin. Three-pointer on the way is good. And timeout called for by Cliff McCullough with 2:17 to play in the contest. Basehor-Linwood 41, Ottawa 33. We're back in a minute. This is Cyclone basketball on KOFO.
All right, ladies, no time to be hiding behind those sweatshirts and sweatpants. It's time to get ready for bikini season. Yep, I said it. Let's get those bikini bodies ready. Join the Ottawa Nautilus today. They offer aerobics classes, everything from Zumba to step to kickboxing and Pilates. They have weight machines, free weights, and treadmills with TVs on them. So what are you waiting for? Call the Ottawa Nautilus today at 242-3537 and start getting ready for bikini season.
If you like banking online, you'll appreciate free online and mobile banking at GreatSouthernBank.com. If you like banking face-to-face, you'll appreciate our extended lobby and drive-through hours. And if you like cash on the go, we've got you covered with a free 24-hour ATM in South Ottawa. Hi, I'm Beth with Great Southern. And if convenience is important to you, we've got the best checking in town.
Great Southern Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Get more for your money.
Jordan Baldwin's three-pointer pulls Ottawa back within 8. 2:17 to play in this one. Neither team in any team foul trouble here. Possession arrow to Ottawa. The Cyclones will once again set up a full-court press. But so far, Basehor-Linwood has had no trouble with it. Get the ball into Equals. Back to Poe. Poe's pass ahead to Bergstrom, to O'Brien, and again they beat the press easily. Poe over to Sanders. Out of Bergstrom. Bergstrom bounces to O'Brien. O'Brien. Equals near the far sideline between the circles. Poe, whistle, foul called on Jocelyn Dean. Jocelyn says, what did I do? I was just kind of standing there. Through a good portion of the game, that foul wasn't called, but either way, that's a 16 foul on Ottawa. With it, Poe picks up her dribble, needs help. Bounce at the Equals near Coach Noah Simpson, who backs it out now to the half-court stripe. Gives it up to Poe with a minute 43 to play. Now it goes to Sanders. Ottawa's going to have the foul here shortly. To O'Brien. O'Brien to Poe. Ottawa chasing, but can't come up with a steal. Now Sanders with it. To Bergstrom. And they foul Bergstrom. Rucker commits the foul, her fourth personal. And it'll be a 1-and-1 for Megan Bergstrom, who's perfect for the line this afternoon. 5 of 5. She has 15 points. Free throw is good and rolls in. And now McCarty in for Basehor-Linwood. She'll replace Poe. Armstrong will come back in for Ottawa, and Widener will check out. free throw for Megan Bergstrom, up and in. So Bergstrom's going to end her career with a nice outing, 17 points here this afternoon. 43-33, a minute 20 to go. Baldwin hands off to Bones. Out to Rucker. Rucker skips past the Bones along the baseline, spins, loses control. Triple tie-up, possession to Ottawa. Courtney Poe will replace Kara McCarty. Dean will inbound for the Cyclones. Gets it into Rucker in the corner. Rucker threw it all the way past Maggie Bones, and it'll finally be run down by Basehor-Linwood. Turnover Ottawa. And with under a minute to play, the Bobcats are going to pick up the third place hardware here. Baldwin will foul Poe to get her fourth personal foul. And it'll be a 1-and-1 for Poe. She's had a big second half with 3 3-pointers, 13 points in the game. Free throw is good. Bobcats are 12 of 15 from the stripe. Second free throw for Poe is good. And now Victoria Smith will replace Amanda O'Brien. 5'3" senior comes to the bench. 45-33, long three by Baldwin, good. And timeout called for by Cliff McCullough. 45 seconds to play. Basehor-Linwood 45 and Ottawa 36. Back in a minute. This is Cyclone basketball on KOFO.
At Ottawa Family Physicians, our physicians and nurse practitioners provide a variety of comprehensive healthcare services, including family medicine, OBGYN, pediatric, and geriatric care. Doctors Ransom, Spratt, Ogilvy, Sinclair, Gollier, and Nichols offer services 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, and on Saturdays 8:30 a.m. to noon. For your healthcare needs, call 242-1620. That's 242-1620.
If you like banking online, you'll appreciate free online and mobile banking at GreatSouthernBank.com. If you like banking face-to-face, you'll appreciate our extended lobby and drive-through hours. And if you like cash on the go, we've got you covered with a free 24-hour ATM in South Ottawa. Hi, I'm Beth with Great Southern, and if convenience is important to you, we've got the best checking in town.
Great Southern Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Get more for your money.
9-point Basehor-Linwood lead with 45 seconds to play. Bobcats will have the ball in backcourt. Ottawa's going to set up the press once again. Comes into Poe. Swings across court to equals, down to Bergstrom. And to Sanders across the timeline. And Dean fouls her, and that's an intentional foul. Dean just shoved Peyton Sanders from behind. You cannot do that. You can try to go after the ball. So now it'll be a two-shot opportunity and the basketball for the Bobcats. Sanders' first free throw is good. And checking in for Basehor-Linwood will be Bailey Hooker. Second free throw for Sanders on the way and good. So she's in double figures with 10. And now the Bobcats get the ball in front of the scorer's table. And in for them will be Maggie Haddock. 38.9 seconds to play. Comes into Poe. Poe bounces near the far sideline to Haddock. Now back to Poe to Bergstrom. Bergstrom to Haddock near the sidelines with 26 on the clock. Bergstrom goes to Poe with 22. Now pass is going to be stolen, it appears, by Jocelyn Dean. Let's check and see. No, it'll be a foul on Jocelyn. And she will foul out the ball. So Kylie Fisher will come in. Elsie Bones will also come in, and Hope Armstrong will conclude her Cyclone career. She had 4 points this afternoon. Shooting 2 shots, Victoria Smith for Basehor-Linwood, and she misses the first one short. Now Courtney Poe will lead the lineup, and Zarva replaces her. For the Cyclones, Tyra Leday, Brittany Brown, and Sydney Lewis will check in. Also, Haley Waters is in for Basehor-Linwood. Second free throw, Smith misses, so Waters follows. She can't get that one to fall. Ball on the floor, controlled by the Bobcats. The Haddock with 13 on the clock. Over it goes to Garver. Garver dribbled off her knee, but got it back. And the clock's going to run out here. Smith with it. 3 seconds, 2, 1. And your final here from the Bicentennial Center. Basehor-Linwood 47, Ottawa 36. We're back after this.